Alrighty guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ. And up next we have Gucci Mane explaining the intense atmosphere during the Verzuz with Jeezy and how Jeezy diffused the situation from going really bad. And we'll also take a look at that Verzuz clip before we actually cover this interview. But this was one of the craziest beefs in hip-hop history, and we've definitely witnessed some crazy beefs over the last few years. But this beef started with the controversy surrounding the breakout hit So Icy, a collaboration between the two. Jeezy was the hotter artist at the time, and honestly I feel like he was the more consistent hot artist between the two, but they both wanted that record on their respective albums. But Gucci Mane took the song and put it on his project. Then went on to say that he never received payment for the feature, and he then proceeded to allegedly put a bounty on Gucci's chain on a record, to which Gucci responded on his very own diss track by calling him out by name and calling Jeezy fake. And there was quite a few diss tracks in this beef's history, a lot of beef tracks actually. But the beef then led to tragedy after Gucci Mane deleted Jeezy's friend and associate, Pookie Loc, in a botched home invasion. Gucci did go on to beat the charge claiming self-defense, and Jeezy obviously denied any involvement in this whatsoever, but that definitely wasn't the end of it. A year later, Gucci basically alleged Jeezy put the hit out on him. There was back and forth rebuttals and even more physical encounters, but in 2009 they called a truce, which obviously didn't last very long because they would go on to still shade each other, diss each other, and even a fight challenge was propositioned. Flash forward to 2020, years after Gucci had been freed from prison, now with a complete rebrand and look, when the infamous Verzuz, after a potential previous matchup, had fizzled out. And things could have got really ugly with Gucci Mane playing his diss record, The Truth, where he references the Pookie Loc incident, and Gucci actually added some very crazy ad-libs, including that he was smoking on Pookie Loc tonight, which obviously could have went very left. But Jeezy was very professional and was able to diffuse the situation. Gucci would later go on to express regret, wishing he hadn't said it at all, but under all that rebrand, some of that old Gucci still exists. At one point, the guy was known as the boogeyman of rap. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video where we have Gucci Mane explaining the intense atmosphere during his Verzuz with Jeezy and how Jeezy diffused the situation from going really bad. Let's actually look at that Verzuz clip first, just to get some context, guys. It's over here. Alrighty.
Nigga, I'm just who I am, nigga, but I ain't boy. You left your son to be a bastard, won't even raise your own boy. Damn.
Broke the internet. I tell you.
Gucci Mane has dropped so many projects throughout his career.
What?
Put that nigga ass in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Loc tonight.
I tell you what. I tell you what. This
Could have got really ugly. Just hear the crowd groan when he said that.
Gonna do this.
Send some more, I'm gonna send them the same way. In a box back to you.
Oh, man.
Free kill. Free kill.
Man. I tell you what, though.
He obviously went overboard.
See, when I even called you and extended this invite, my nigga, I did it as a real man. It's been 20 motherfucking years.
Very tense.
You feel me? Still talking the same shit.
Hey, man, you
so
gotta
hold on,
take
let me
that.
talk.
Listen,
Let me talk, my nigga. Let me talk.
Listen.
Let me talk,
I don't want to talk. I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song.
That's
what
right,
are we gonna
that's
do?
right.
Are we gonna do some music or
I tell you what.
You could tell that the entourage is literally on edge.
When I extended the invitation, I did it as a real man. You feel me? Because
I told you off the drivel, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the truth, we can't do it.
It's all good,
okay,
but let me say my piece.
Very mature
Let me
of
say my piece.
Jeezy.
It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you seen it, we been through it, dog. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world care about what the fuck we got going on, because we
absolutely.
Are the culture. You feel me? Me and you. Where we came from. What we been through, nigga. Us. Me and you. All these kids out here doing what the fuck they do because they saw what went on with us, dog.
Absolutely. These two are definitely so influential.
So this shit ain't about me.
And that's actually the end of the clip, guys. But obviously, we saw how tense it got in there. It was basically a powder keg in there. But obviously, young Jeezy was very mature about it and was able to diffuse the whole thing, even though Gucci was obviously trying to be on a whole different type of timing. All right, so let's actually jump back into the interview now that we have some context. There we go.
Do you feel like when you remember after you did that and then he did, Jeezy did
Bro's teeth / veneers are like the whitest I've ever seen.
his part, you felt kind of like, damn, the nigga just got over there.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I ain't never said this, though. After I did, what song I did?
The Truth?
The Truth.
Yeah, the truth.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he stopped and did what he did.
Yeah.
Because if he would have played Stay Scrap, I don't think I could have took it.
See how hypocritical that kind of is, though? Because how can you be surprised when the energy that you've been putting out gets reciprocated?
I'm telling you. That's what, like I guess he seen the situation, said let's calm it down.
Yeah.
It's a powder
Because
keg.
it would have been like a volcano. It would have.
Oh, you was already ready to go there. I seen you moving. I seen you.
I was ready to go there. I really was in the heat of the moment. I didn't even intend for it to be like that. I didn't intend to go there like that.
Yeah.
And it definitely did seem like he reverted back to his old instincts because obviously he's been able to manage a very successful rebrand. At the end of the day, when you get locked up that many times, something has got to click at that point because at the end of the day, yeah, you could be dropping as much music as you want behind bars. That's the other thing. A lot of people don't realize that Gucci Mane was locked up for a lot of those projects. The guy was just so prolific with recording that he was able to drop projects as if he was still outside with not just albums on albums literally on the hard drive, but also music videos to go along with it, which I think was the biggest reason that people were so shocked the way he looked when he got out and everyone was saying that the dude was a clone.
Like once you get there, it's like it just
Fuck all that.
Man, it just gloves off.
Yeah.
It's hypocritical though, Gucci. Love you, but hypocritical.
Situation.
Yeah.
Try
Open
to
up
clean it up
wounds.
because you
Open
don't
up
know
the
how
wounds.
you like. I don't know how I'm.
I ain't even know like the stuff I said and all that. Like none of that was planned. That jump was just, you just
Off the cuff.
It was
Niggas
just
was at home like, ooh.
It came naturally. And another crazy thing about him playing that record, Jeezy was still bopping his head, but it was the ad-libs that just obviously went overboard. It was already tense.
Ooh, Gucci, ooh. But Jeezy kind of, for the grown folk, you know what, brushed in the Olive Branch did all that shit he did then.
I
On the
tell you
realest
what.
nigga, that shit kind of was hard too, though.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
respect it
If you
because-
trying to come in and stay strapped, you throwing the mic
Because
out.
see, listen, I thought that I'm the level-headed one. You know, I'm like mature now. So that side of me don't come out no more.
Yeah.
So that's how I came and going into the verses. But once I started the verses, it seemed like he was more level-headed and calmer than I was. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I'm dropping diss records. He didn't drop no diss records.
Yeah.
You feel me? But that's how I looked at it like.
I mean, when you have the discography that Jeezy has, you don't have to really play any of those records because he has so many hits. The guy has some iconic records. And honestly, with the way we've been seeing other OGs in hip-hop, people like Nas still dropping after being in the industry for 20, if not 30 years like Nas has been, has really shown me that Jeezy, even right now, I feel like could get a song to pop.
Damn. So it kind of made me. I, ain't gonna,
Who with you?
I had it with
The whole
me.
entourage.
What they were saying when the truth was playing? They were rapping it.
Man, they ready. They ready. They with it. They want to go. I got to stop them telling, hey, look, don't do that way. Like, the energy probably what made me like that. Because my dude energy, they ready.
Oh, so he had to figure out a way to be like,
I ain't saying he had to, but
And usually it is the entourage to actually crash out because they're trying to prove something.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like
that was smart.
That was smart, and they were like it brought everything to like a respect level. Like from then on, we kind of like
It's about the
we ain't been
culture.
No disrespect since then.
Nah, I said
Yeah.
that's why I said I seen that. That's why I said that. Like, cause you know I'm having a back and forth with my kids.
In that
the house,
moment, Jeezy
living
had
with
the
them like,
foresight
no, man,
to be able to
Gucci,
see.
Gucci. Nah. I was like, bro, really, Jeezy did some grown man shit. That's just how I felt when I seen it. It don't matter what. I know what shout on. I know he back in his own seats right now. I can see it.
I couldn't do nothing but respect it because it's like if I diss you and you don't diss back
Looks
and you
childish.
go there, I respect that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I respect that because you could have.
yeah,
So
Right.
so at that moment you do think about the bigger picture.
yeah.
You ain't crash out.
Exactly.
You that's smart.
That is smart.
Yeah.
Who called?
Absolutely.
Who called? Like, did he call you or did Swiss attempt? Like, who called you? And what was your reaction when you got that
Who
call?
called me? I think they said it like on internet. He said like he did an interview and was like, if I do a verse, it had to be against Gucci. And then from now, I think Swiss Beat called me.
That was legendary though.
Definitely a marquee matchup.
Yeah, that was the biggest shit
Who
ever
else?
in the
Who
world.
else would you? They trying to get you to do somebody, Rick Ross or somebody. They trying.
I said I would have did it with T.I. too.
Tip,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Tip.
Oh,
Oh,
Tip.
man. T.I. is another one that I don't know if you can really go toe-to-toe Gucci Mane with hits like that.
Yeah.
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 Because
Nah, I
he
see
said
you came out on Tip show.
Nah, I fought with Tip now. Me and Tip, we put our differences beside us.
That's dope.
Shook hands. Everything all good.
Nah, real shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Nah, that's great to see you in that space, man. Do you feel like when you start,
And Gucci Mane definitely has done a major rebrand. He's a lot more mature because, yeah, like I said in my intro, at one point he was the boogeyman of rap. This guy not only put on most of these Atlanta rappers, but he also put a lot of fear into a lot of other people. And that side of Gucci is still dormant in him, obviously, with what we saw here when it actually displayed itself. But Jeezy handled it in the most professional and honestly the best way possible because who knows what happens if we do hear a diss track coming from his side. So it's really hypocritical for Gucci Mane to be like, yeah, I would have crashed out if he would have played something when you played something and then added those crazy ad-libs. But let's actually look at some of these comments real quick. I'm a die on his hill. Gucci was corny that night. He tried to sabotage that event and make it go left. Jeezy beat him with hits and slick talk. At the end of the day, yeah, Jeezy's discography is massive and he has hits for days. While Gucci does have some very important songs like fam, I love Lemonade. That Wasted record was definitely huge. And he also had that feature with Mariah Carey. But Jeezy's discography is on another tier. I kept telling niggas, man, Jeezy played it beautifully before dropping Bitch Get Your Mind Right. And that was perfect timing. He had Gucci right where he wanted him. Yeah, on the ropes. Y'all forget Gucci is an Aquarius, so he ain't just black out. He was up there talking shit, not giving a fuck in that moment. Of course, now he sit back and talk to other people and say, damn, I was tripping, huh? Definitely Aquarius, that's me. And that's not necessarily a good thing. At the end of the day, if you can't control yourself from saying something that could potentially lead you to a really, really bad situation, man, then you're obviously going to need to reassess how you react to things, because that's definitely not the way. He's saying he thought he was level-headed and mature, yet he planned to play diss songs. Makes no sense. And maybe given their history, maybe Gucci Mane expected Jeezy to play records like that, but I truly don't think Jeezy needs to play records for shock value when he has the hits. He regrets it, that this was his biggest moment of that Verzuz for him, but he could have made it better by playing his true catalog. He didn't come in there with the mindset to win, just disrespect, and that low-key killed that Verzuz for me, because both of them got classics. And with events like this, honestly, the crowd is such a big factor. At the end of the day, the more excited they are, the better you're going to score, the better you're going to do. Because when Gucci played that record, obviously you heard the crowd. They started groaning, and obviously things got really, really tense. As much as I miss the fat belly goo-wop, I'm so proud of where he at now, man. And at a certain point, you really got to look at how lucky you are and realize that you're not going to keep getting these second chances, man. No, bro, Jeezy tried to delete Gucci. We could never be friends. And while definitely a really big point, because at the end of the day, if somebody tries to off you, man, I can totally understand you never wanting to have anything to do with that person. But if that's the case, don't do a Verzuz. I'm very happy that Jeezy was able to be the bigger person, the more mature person, and able to calm down the situation, because it doesn't necessarily have to be Gucci Mane being the one to crash out. It could easily be one of the entourage, or it could also be somebody in Jeezy's entourage that's willing to crash out for the disrespect. But this Verzuz was definitely a very long time coming, guys. Because given their history, I don't think anyone ever expected something like this to go down. Time will tell if they ever do start shading each other and dissing each other again, but it is awesome to see the maturity and see these people move on from some really crazy stuff. And with Gucci bringing up T.I., it would be awesome to see a collaboration between Jeezy, Gucci, and T.I. Maybe add somebody like Ludacris. But to see them now, after all these years, get on a record and make some legendary rap. Honestly, it would be like a Mount Rushmore of Atlanta acts from that era. But definitely let me know what you guys think. How do you guys think Jeezy handled the whole situation? I honestly think he handled it masterfully. And also let me know what you thought of Gucci Mane and his response to all that. While he's definitely also matured, I feel like a piece of that old Gucci Mane still lives dormant in him. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It honestly means the world to me. And all the love and support that you continue showing this channel on a daily is honestly overwhelming and probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all your support. I definitely want to send a very big shout out to all those that have been joining YouTube memberships. Small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a very long way in helping out. And also a very big super thank you to all those that have been sending super thanks, because guys, it has been tremendous. And I truly want to let you know how grateful I am for all of it. If you guys do want to keep the conversation going, or if you guys want to send me video reaction recommendations, definitely follow me on my X account, still very much known as Twitter. That link will be in the pinned comments and also the description. So definitely shoot me a follow there. But I'm definitely looking forward to your takes on this topic. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. And I would love to see a collab between them. That would truly be some legendary stuff.